Oh boy, does that hair look bright. Like a
Does it
helmet.
look bright? Woo-wee.
Look like a helmet.
Look at that hair. The girl with many hairstyles, different colors every week. Every time I'm around her, something's different. That's what keeps my life exciting. Well, another Monday night. Happily married Mondays
With the Jollies.
with the Jolley. I'm Dr. Willie Jolley,
And this is Dee Taylor Jolley.
and we're the Jolleys, and we're the authors of the book Make Love, Make Money,
And make it last.
and Make It Last. 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage, and we're so happy to announce and to present. We are also the authors and the performers and producers of the new 7 CD audio book. The entire unabridged book from cover to cover,
Read by us.
from this cover to cover to this cover to cover. All of the information is in this and is read by the authors, Dr. Willie Jolley and Dee Taylor Jolley. And it was a labor of love that has taken us months. We've been talking about it, how to do it. We did it, performed it, and produced it. Then we had to get it edited. And then we had to get it processed. Then we had to get it produced from the distributors and the duplicators. And then we had to have the artwork done. It's been a process. We've learned a lot in this process.
It's a different kind of publishing.
It is. And so as y'all might see, the publishing company on these books is Jolley Life Publishing. Yay! Our own publishing brand and imprint. And this is us. Dr. Willie Jolley and Dee Taylor Jolley proudly present Jolley Life Publishing. Yay. So we're in the publishing business. We also got the workbook that's now available and the live seminar. 2 CDs. We did a seminar at Grace Church. Hilarious. Incredible. So we've got the whole package for you now. And the next step will be the digital products that you can get globally. So if you're in Australia, and we got some friends in Australia, we got some friends in New Zealand, we got some friends in South Africa, we got some friends in Nigeria who want to have happy marriages, and they want the materials, and they say, well, it's very costly to send them from here to there, so we're going to make them digital. So
We're in the process of doing that now.
That's the
Well,
next
we're
step.
not, but they're being done.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Tonight.
So yeah, tonight. So we are
Tonight.
going to talk about the marriage seminar coming up in October. We want you to go to jollymarriage.com. Spend a day with us. Come and spend a day with Dee Taylor Jolley and Willie Jolley, where we're going to go in a deep dive, talking about the things that we don't have time to talk about in this show, as well as dealing with some of the issues that
And answering questions and having some fun.
and having a
Having
great
some
time.
games to see how well you guys know each other.
Some food, fun, fellowship, and information. So go to Jolly Marriage. Invest in your marriage.
And that's October. It's the first Saturday in October.
Invest in your marriage. I talked to a lady today who is going through a divorce. Well, they've already divorced. And part of the problem was that they didn't invest time and resources in their marriage. They invested in everything but their marriage.
That was because they were too busy doing
Too
other
busy,
things.
trying to become wealthy. Well, we want you to become wealthy. We want wealth in our communities. True. But
As a way of leaving a legacy for the next generation.
But as I told her, which I had told her husband, and he did not listen to my counsel. This is years ago. When he started having success, I said, in life, there are a lot of balls you will be juggling. They're business balls and networking balls. And you got a lot of balls, the community balls, and this ball and that ball. You got a lot. But all the balls except one are rubber. One is fine glass. That's your family. So you got to keep your eye on that ball. That's the most important ball. So if you're juggling those balls, make sure you keep your eye on that ball, that family ball. And so We
So then everything else you can replace.
yeah, everything else bounces back. You can bounce back.
But the family ball
Once
glass
that-
can break.
Once that's shattered, it's hard to put it back together.
Well, you can go to counseling.
You can, but it's hard. Not that it's
Yes,
impossible. It's
yes.
hard. So what we want to do is not have that glass break in the first place. Focus on that. So invest in your
So
family.
you have to decide. It
Yeah,
has
I
to
wanna
be.
get them to
it has to
invest.
be important to you.
I want them not to have to invest in a divorce lawyer.
Well, they'll help make the divorce lawyer rich.
We got a friend who's a divorce lawyer. He drives to the gym every time I see him in his Bentley. So he said, this divorce business is very, very good to me. So we want you to invest in your marriage. We want to save 1 million marriages. That's why we've taken the time to create these. You know, for those who are joining us, know the story. If you read the book or read about us or heard about us on television, we weren't interested in writing a marriage book because we had enough other books. I had enough other books. It only takes a minute to change your life. Setbacks set up for comeback. Turn setbacks into greenbacks. Attitude of excellence. Chicken soup for the soul. I had books that I was doing for self-help, for professional development and personal development. I had a whole career and a full plate. But my son said to my wife and I, my friends come by. You sit down and have dinner with them as they're in your kitchen. That's why we do this in the kitchen. That's where people come. And you give them such good advice about your 10 tips for staying married.
Well, they were tips. They weren't necessarily 10 then. We just kind of worked it out.
And you need to write this book. And we're busy. You need to write the book. And then he coerced us into doing it. He pushed us into
And I'm so glad he did.
Yeah, I am too. Because we've had people who've called us and said, we stayed together because of your book. We were on our way to the divorce court, or we weren't doing well. It was ugly. We were arguing, calling each other ugly names. We were fussing. We were not talking to each other, going silent, not getting in the car, not saying anything. And this has opened up our marriage. Okay. As you see today, I've got on my shirt, RESPCT. Baby, what you mean to me? RESPCT. Hey, you and me. Oh, a little bit of respect. Anyway, yesterday.
That's what I get to live with. You
Yeah.
never know from 1 minute to the next.
So yesterday, I spoke at Forest Park Community Church in Baltimore. I want to give a shout out to everybody there who was so kind.
They were so kind.
They were very nice and
Yes.
kind to Pastor Neil Henderson and
his wife, Kim.
And his wife, Kim. Thank y'all for all your kindness. We asked a couple, though. We met a couple there who came up to us and said, we've been married for going on 73 years. I said, what did you...
On November the 6th, I think it will be 73
I said, what
years.
did you say to me? Now, you got to see. You won't believe it. This is the couple. Can you see that? That's the couple. Look at that guy. He is slim and trim. Gave me a great handshake. He's in his 90s.
He's 91.
And they are just as dynamite and wonderful. So, they have been married for 73 years.
This November.
And
and she is older than he. He said,
Here's
I
another
married
picture.
an older woman.
Here's another picture. There you go. Look at that picture. Is that amazing? Wow. So, I asked them, what's the secret to your success? Married 73 years. They said, we made God an equal part of our marriage. Wow. Chapter number 2. Chapter number 2. We had never met them before. They said, make God an equal part of your marriage. They almost said it verbatim. Make God an
They
equal
have
part.
prayer together in the morning.
Every
before
morning.
they get out of bed.
They have prayer together. And then they talk to God. They said they talk to God every morning. Then respect. They said we have mutual respect. That's why I wanted to show it. And I got to give a shout out to my friend Harvey Alston. Harvey! In Columbus, Ohio, tremendous guy, 75 years old, still burning up the speaking industry roads all over the country, speaking to millions of young people. He had a conference called the Respect Conference, and he sent me this shirt, and I said, this is perfect for tonight's show. Thank you, Harvey. RESPECT. What we want to talk about is the fact that many marriages break up because people don't give each other mutual respect. Mutual respect. And thinking of how what you say and what you do impacts and makes the other person feel. One of the things we've been listening to, we had a conversation with a couple and heard from a couple where the husband is very detailed. Everything has to be in a certain place. Everything has, and he goes to work, and everything has to. He runs an organization. He's ex-military. Everything has to be timely. This, that, very exact. Well, his wife said that it's driving her crazy because he does little things that make her feel less than respected, or that her work is not good enough. Like when she washes the dishes, he finds spots in them. When she's cooking, he always lifts the lid and he'll add something. This is her meal. If she doesn't turn out a light, he'll call her. Or if there are little things that he always is calling her on. You're not doing good enough. And she said it makes her feel less than respected. And folks, we've learned a lot from talking to couples that a lot of people deal with this. Their mate is not mindful. Now that
Overbearing about certain issues.
overbearing.
And maybe not mindful that they're overbearing.
Not mindful of the fact that they're overbearing. And oh, by the way, thank you for the little love I saw over in the corner. Please share this, share the little the bubbles and the hearts and the smiles. We want more people to know about this. By the way, this is now on YouTube. Every week you can go on YouTube. You can send your friends. They say, I want to see what the Jolly's up to. Now we have a YouTube channel so that you can.
And what is the YouTube channel called?
You can go to the Happily Married Monday with the Jolleys.
Oh,
And go to
that's
our
easy.
YouTube channel and get the marriage information. So just for that. So what we want to talk about is what do you do? How many of you are dealing with certain issues and like that? Or how many of you wish
Raise your hand. Can you raise your hand?
Wish your mate would give you a little more respect. RESPCT. Well, what do you do?
How do you get them to give you respect?
Well, how do you get them? So this is where we go back to our systems. One, you're going to have people who are in charge, large and in charge.
Well, that's their personality.
Well, at work, they might come on. So I want you to tell the viewers the advice you gave to my niece, who is large and in charge at her job as a surgeon. She's the head of surgery. And she is...
She has a husband and 2 boys.
Right. So what did you tell her?
So my short answer, because he tells a long drawn out.
No,
I'm like,
tell
bottom
them
line.
the story. Tell them what you tell. Because it was a problem.
It was a. Well, you want to tell them the story, and I'll tell them what I said to her.
Okay, here's the problem. Her husband is an entrepreneur. So he's home. He homeschools the boys, and he cooks the meals while he's doing his entrepreneurial work. Takes them to classes and whatever. She's running the hospital, running the surgery ward.
So she has a staff.
Yes, and she's telling this one go here, this one do that, do this, do that, make that call. She's ordering people all day long. Well,
I think that's the key word,
ordering. Yeah. And then when she got home, she would start to ordering him. And he said, ho. What? And she's ordering because she's used to ordering. She's bringing it home. She's bringing her job home. And my wifey pulled her aside and said, we need to have a talk.
No, we just had a straight up conversation. I said, when you come home, before you enter the house, you sit in the car and you remember that your status has changed. you're now a mate. You're not in charge at the hospital. You're now in a home environment with other loving people.
Yeah.
And you have to show love and you have to show patience. So you have to take the drill sergeant hat off.
Yes.
And what does that look like for you in terms of taking the drill sergeant hat off?
So let's say she walks in the house. He's cooking dinner. She comes over. She raises the pot. Oh, that's not quite right, and put some water in it. He's like, hold on. I had this perfect.
So you don't do that.
You don't do that. Now, what happened if she did, though? How do you, as the mate, handle that? Well, let me tell you, here's what we recommend. I have some experience in this department, first-hand experience.
Because I'm the drill sergeant.
Yes.
Just cut to the chase.
She's
I'm
the drill sergeant. And I wash the dishes.
Not very well.
I wash the dishes.
Not very well.
And then she has to come back and do them over. Well, if she does them after I've left the room, that's her prerogative. But while I'm there, that's...
All right, sweetheart, you wash the dishes. So I don't be...
You don't, but how do we deal with it?
Communication.
How do we
First
live?
of all,
how do
it's
we
the
deal with it? Here's
communication.
how we deal with it. I said, D, first of all, I never raise my voice because we know that's how we got our system. I don't holler because she doesn't like hollering. That's our deal. I don't holler at her. She never threatens to leave me. We cool. That's how we don't argue. That doesn't mean we don't disagree. So I said, D, I'm washing the dishes. This is what I'm doing. Can I do
And then
this?
I have to say, I really do appreciate him washing the dishes. But he also knows I would be just happy if he didn't wash the dishes, because then I have to go back and rewash the dishes.
You don't have to. You don't have to go back. You got so much OCD.
Yes.
She's OCD.
So we talk about.
Sometimes, let me tell you
we
something.
listen.
Sometimes something's not quite in the right place. I'll move it so I can see it. By the way, don't forget to congratulate her on turn a little bit. This is her what is it? October.
This is my fall display.
It's still summer.
I'm preparing.
Anyway.
October, November. Then it's Christmas time.
All right. Well.
Okay.
So, what we decided to do was have an open, honest conversation without being critical, and we did the 4 F's. Be friendly. Thought every conversation friendly. The difficult conversation. Be frank. This is how that makes me feel. I say, hey, this is how that makes me feel. You want me to help around the kitchen and do things? Then you got to condition. When I do something that is in the right direction, you got to condition that. When I make up the bed like you've wanted to make bed,
Let's just stay with the kitchen.
I know, but I'm just saying, whatever it is, you've got to condition me to keep doing it. That's called positive reinforcement.
I appreciate and I acknowledge his efforts and say, sweetie, I appreciate whatever it is that he's doing.
Right.
But we have been together, 39 years, and we learned to talk about everything and also have a sense of humor, which I think is very important.
That's another
to
big
go back
part
to
of it.
what you said,
Right.
we talk about this is how what you're doing makes me feel.
Right.
And when you say, you know what, that was a long time ago when you're saying, well, you make me feel like I'm not cleaning the dishes because I don't stack the dishes the way you want. I'm like, oh, that's not really my intent. But it kind of makes me a nervous wreck to see how you put dishes in the dishwasher. See, that's how it makes me feel. So internally, I'm like a nervous wreck. So it's okay if he doesn't do the dishes.
No,
because I'm happy doing it.
But sometimes you have said the dishes in the sink.
Well, if you've left them there for several days, sometimes it's just a
No,
test.
it's never there for 7 days. You never have, because your OCD won't allow that to happen. That will
Like
not happen.
when you cook your little egg, and sometimes
Now maybe I'll stay all day, and I'm letting it soak after I've cooked my omelet.
That's
in the
an
morning.
interesting perspective. I've never gotten that. I gotta have the pot soak.
It has to
I mean,
soak.
well, why is there food stuck on the pot?
So you see, you see how we work through this. We talk about it. I want y'all to talk. I want you to have communication. I don't want it to be angry, and I don't want, if you got real feelings of hurt, tell them friendly, frank, this is how you made me feel.
This is how this makes me feel. Oh.
Right. Then fair.
So I appreciate the fact that he does wash the dishes however he does it. And if it's not the way I want, or there's still food or something, because I'm really anal about how I scrub the pots
There's
and the edges and
no
everything,
food on there.
then you know what? I do it when he's gone down to the office and I take my break and I come to the kitchen. I might do something else. And you can even take it to your little coffee thing. How you have like your coffee in the morning and you have your coffee pot and everything. And I'm like, there are always some crumbs on the counter. If I don't say anything,
There's not any
it's
crime.
my imagination.
Yeah, it's your imagination.
And you know what?
Right.
And I just come and I just clean up after it. It makes me happy. And you made your coffee and you're happy.
I'm
so
happy.
see?
Well, we work it out. So, friendly, frank, fair. Be fair with each other. Great marriages are fair. Respect, are fair to each other. Listen to the other person's perspective, their reason. Why are they doing that? I know when she does the cleaning behind what I've cleaned already, part of that is because how she grew up. And we talk about, she'll start talking about how she grew up and she cooked for her dad and she cleaned the house and
I did all the chores.
All the chores.
Both parents
They were working and she came home from school. She cooked dinner every day and so.
And I would cook and clean and think and study. That's how I did my homework. So it's part of a ritual.
And part of her relaxation is cleaning. So when she's thinking and relaxing and trying to get to work through some whatever business idea, she starts to clean it.
Yes.
And so
sweeping, doing anything like that.
Anything, cleaning. So friendly, frank, fair, and then focused on a win-win. When she does come back behind me, I'm not gonna let it walk. But let's say I was cooking and she came over and she put ho. This is my meal. Okay, just let me do my meal.
Now, if he were cooking, I'll just say I so appreciate it. He does that so.
But let me say
doesn't really know how to cook well.
Yeah, let me. But if I was cooking my omelet or whatever I'm cooking,
you do that really great.
All right. So I would, and you tried to. I said, I got this.
But I don't do that.
No, you don't. But let's say you did. That's what this person had with the issue
right.
with the husband was coming in and getting involved, and she felt
so she
devalued.
Needs to find an opportunity, not while you're heated about it, to say, honey, when you do that, that makes me feel.
Oh yeah, but you don't have to be heated even if you're right in that moment. You have to say, hold up, let's have a conversation. Be friendly. Just want to talk. Frank, this is how you make me feel. I'm cooking the meal, and you make me feel devalued. You make me feel disrespected. And I'm sure that was not his intention because he's a large and in charge.
He had not taken his large and in charge hat off.
That's right.
And now he was home.
That's right.
With his partner, with his significant other, with his spouse.
Right.
And the environment and the culture has changed.
That's right. So be friendly, be fair, be frank, be fair, then focus on a positive ending, a positive result. You want to live happily married ever after, like these folks. 72 years happy. Look at them, 70, going on 73 years. He came up to shake my hand. His handshake was so strong, I thought it was going to crush my hand. He is strong and in his 90s. And they said,
91.
They said we put God, he's an equal part. God is an equal part of our marriage. And respect. Are you respecting each other? I want you to do a test tonight. I want you to ask your mate, am I giving you proper respect? Are there things we should talk about? Being friendly, be frank, be fair, be focused. There's some things that maybe bother you. Less talk and more you can talk. Communication. We all know that the three things that break up marriages are sex, money, and communication. And so just having conversation. We are very grateful for the couple who said they read the book. Both of them had a copy. And they read it chapter by chapter, talk about each chapter in the end. When they got to the end of the book, they closed the book, they talked about it, and they said, We cried because we learned so much about each other that we didn't know. We thought we've been married 15 years, but we learned so much by going through the book and learning the little cues and the little things that we hadn't discussed. We believe that marriage should be joyful, fun. We are on a date every day. We've been, let's see, Thursday we went to
It was Black Caucus
Black
time.
Caucus.
So we started Wednesday, actually.
Yes, we did. Wednesday night with Black Caucus. Thursday evening
Two
Black
functions
Caucus.
on Wednesday, two functions on Thursday.
Friday we had one function, and then we went to the Roosevelt Senior High School class, all class reunion gala. And I danced
That
and
was
danced
fun.
and danced till I couldn't dance
I
anymore.
got tired of dancing. I sat down. He come sit, then he jumped right. He come get take a breather, and then go back on the dance floor.
Oh, I had a good time. Old school party. That was Friday. Saturday.
People did not want to go home.
No.
You know they were having a
and
good
then Saturday, she had a art event to go to. I went to the Black Caucus dinner. And then Sunday we spoke at the church.
In Baltimore.
So we've been together. We're together every day. We talk. We have a good time. We laugh. We talk about funny things like, here's a funny thing about my wife. We had Black Caucus. And I'm introduced to Ronnie DeVoe from New Edition.
I bet you they don't know who he is. I bet you they don't know who he is.
Biv Bell DeVoe is the second iteration of the New Edition.
I mean, is that somebody's name? Or is that the name of the group?
That was
is that actually?
And she said, who's he?
Oh no, we were taking a picture.
We're taking a picture. And she just, and afterwards she said, who's he? I said, Ronnie DeVoe from New Edition. What did they sing?
It's okay for him to laugh at me.
My wife. That's what I go through all the time.
So that shows you I love you in spite of the fact that I know nothing about music, and you.
Did I tell you what she said to Marvin Winan? Marvin Winan. We at his church. I'm speaking at his church. And we're talking about business over lunch, and
I get really excited about business. He won't let me talk about.
We're gonna talk about the IRA 401k. She's gonna talk about that in an upcoming show because finance is important to her. Well, she said to Marvin Winan, I know you sing some songs, but I really don't know much about them. But I love how you talk about business.
He's a good businessman. I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation.
He's a wonderful man, nice as he can be.
Yes.
But the Winans, everybody knows the Winans except her. But anyway, that shows you she loves me. I'm a music guy. I love pop culture. I love to know about what's going on. She couldn't care less.
And I love you.
And she couldn't care less.
Yes.
So our time is almost up. So let's go back over our points. RESPECT. Talk to your significant other, your mate, and say, let's talk about if you feel disrespected and how we can do better.
So the hot topic was what I'm doing is not good enough.
Yeah, hot topic. Send your hot topic, by the way, to info@williejolly.com. You want us to dwell on, talk about, focus in on. What it might be money, it might be sex, it might be communication, or it might be some other issues.
So we're saying you have to say what this person's doing, what you're doing. This is how what you're doing makes me feel. Can we talk about that?
That's right.
And then don't criticize. If you say, this is what you're doing, this is how it makes me feel.
Yeah.
I know that that's not your intention. So what can we do about that? And have a sense of humor.
Have some humor.
Oh my goodness.
She didn't have humor
did
when
not.
she didn't have it when we got married.
I had to take it off the shelf in order to survive.
But
Had
she
to
had
see
learned
the
to be
world
funny.
strange.
She even tells funny jokes now. She does. She said something to me yesterday. It was so funny. I even laughed out loud. It was funny.
I'm working at it.
You're working. Okay, so
working
look,
at it.
go back over our points. For those who are joining us, Happily Married Monday is brought to you by Jolly Good News and jollymarriage.com. Jolly Good News is my new nonprofit organization where we want to put good news into the world so that there are less of these negative events, people shooting up their buildings and their coworkers and schools, and start getting some gratefulness.
So Jolly Good News also says that you develop a caring spirit.
Yes, you do.
You
So
care and you love people.
And that's brought to you. This is brought to you. That's going to be the sponsor for all of our activities. And Jolly Marriage is under Jolly Good News and Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. Get the book. You can get the book at Jolly Marriage or at Amazon. You can only get the audio book at this point at Jolly Marriage. But we recommend you get 2 books. Want them signed? Get them at jollymarriage.com. Get the audio book. Get the workbook. And get the live seminar.
And there's a special deal, right? If
Yeah,
you get all of it together?
Yeah, it's a special deal.
I don't know what it is, but there's a special deal when you go to the website.
Yes. That's
What's that say?
there. Hey, Kimberly Santos, good evening. This is a great teaching. I needed this. Thank you both so much. You're welcome. God bless you. Thank you all for tuning in. And we ask you share this with everybody you know. Lottie, Dottie, everybody. Push it out to your social media. Tell them they now can get it on YouTube on the Jolly Happily Married Monday with the Jolly
And just be
page.
sweet to somebody. That's
nice to people. Be nice.
If you're nice to somebody, somebody will be nice to you.
I treat her.
What?
Natalie said, "What rock have you been on? You don't know." Anyway, that's right, Natalie. You're right. Anyway, be nice to your significant other. I treat her like a queen and put her on a pedestal. And she treats me like a king and makes my house a castle because of that. It works if you work it. We love y'all. Our time is up. We're overtime, in fact.
Jolly out.
We see y'all soon. Register for the marriage conference. It's going to be outstanding. First weekend. We're Saturday in October. Do it right now while we've still got some some seats and registration availability. JollyMarriage.com. We out. Jolly out.
Jolly out.
God bless you. Bye-bye.